Many like myself don't read a lot of manga or even have a manga to read in the first place. And well, that can mean many things, such as not giving spoilers for a particular anime, the anime is better than the manga, or simply they're not interested in the source material. Oshino is an anime I expected to receive well before it aired because it's recognized as another amazing work from Aka Akasaka, who is the author of Love is War, which is one of the top ranked animes to date. However, as praiseworthy of a manga as it got, as an action fan, I couldn't consider reading it or watching it in the first place because it doesn't suit my taste. However, I was gonna give this one an exception because of how hyped people were getting as the days rolled by. I will not explain what happened in the first episode because I expect many of you to be watching this to already know what happened. And to be honest, as I was watching this particular scene, I had a light bulb moment, realizing that, so this is the reason why people were so adamant about watching it. I mean, the whole first episode was a great movie. We got background characters who will be important as the story moves on, and we get to see a life of an entertainer from the perspective of someone who has a family working in that industry. My mood from this movie from the beginning to the end went from happy and jolly to like sad and depressing. I was expecting a story of the mother being the great entertainer she is and the next generation of entertainers would try to carve out how to be as exceptional or even greater than their mother. But now it's more of a revenge story to try and figure out who is the mastermind behind Ai's death. We know it's not the stalker because he ended up ending himself, and Aqua deduced the fact that it must have been someone who has given information to him. Overall, probably one of the best intros to an anime I've watched, and I can't wait for more. After the first episode, the anime goes on a journey of what to pursue and what to accomplish now that the MC's mom has passed away. I wasn't really expecting much because personally I thought it was only the first episode that was gonna carry the plot of the story. Well, I was wrong. The writing and the plot were made smoothly, connecting the dots from the beginning till now, making the show much more entertaining. I will talk about the characters later in the video, but they were well balanced and there was a plethora of characters to love and support. My favorite being Kana Arima. And one last thing to point out is that although the story is fun and entertaining, it also doesn't stray away from the fact that the anime is still a mystery and we're still trying to figure out who's the mastermind behind Ai's death from 10 years ago. What's really good about this anime is that even though the anime is predominantly idol based, it touches upon the other aspects of the entertainment industry. Some examples are modeling, acting, singing, YouTubing, and directing. There's probably more, but these are the ones I saw. This anime really portrays the light and dark side of the entertainment world. On one hand, you can live the most lavish life without even knowing people who you are and even enjoy the fame and the many other things that come along with it. And there's a side that if you do just one bad thing, you will forever be hated by the Twitter warriors. The lengths you need to go to just to get that little bit of fame is hard. Each of these careers are explained by portrayal students who are pursuing these careers. These kids are bundled up in an art school, each affiliated with a company to support their endeavors. It is through the individual stories we get to see the lifestyle of work, stress, and pressure of being in the industry. And just a small side note, I like how they use the words YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok as social media platforms instead of botching the titles with some goofy alternatives. Now, I would say this section is probably the most important part because without these characters, it wouldn't have been a strong story with many dark themes and morals. Ai Hoshino, who is the cause of the main story, is the greatest idol singer who at a very young age had kids who later became the MCs. She was not the brightest nor the smartest, but as a young woman, she at least tried her best to get what was best for her kids till the end of her death. Even after her death, many still aspired to be like her and in hopes to become as great as she was. Ruby, who we find out was Sarina, was already a fan, and to be her daughter was something she never expected. Her goal is to become an idol like her mother and was determined as she was happy in her new life and was taught the basics of being an idol at a very young age and wanted to fulfill her mother's dream of being an idol. Aqua, who was Goro in his past life, was trying to understand how to live under Ai and was trying to help her mother become more famous. After the incident, he goes through an emo Ayana Koji phase where he uses anything in his power to win and get what he needs. With the help of his acting skill, he was able to find information and get the better of people. The good thing is that the other supporting characters line up his mood whenever he feels down or not sure. If he was gonna go through the using all the people to my advantage type phase, I would probably not enjoy it that much. Kana Arima is an important piece to her story as she basically has done everything in the entertainment industry but hasn't gotten any success after her childhood acting career. Because of this, she worries about others and gives lessons to people in hopes that they don't fall into the same trap as her when she was young. To be honest, there's way too many characters to discuss, so I will quickly talk about my favorite ones. Pyong is a muscular guy and mem-cho are both YouTubers who say that with just enough collaboration promotion, you can become a famous YouTuber. And those were the other characters I wanted to mention. I mean, there are groups of people who I think will be important later on, but for now I think that's all. My final thoughts are this. The anime is well deserved because it has been adapted beautifully by the people who want to make sure the anime is great. The opening was great, and the idea of a revenge story in the entertainment industry is unique to me since I never watched an anime like this. The writing was informative and great because it foreshadowed aspects that would become useful to the MC, and the way the arc start and move to the next was smooth. So as a non-manga reader, was it a 9.3 worthy show? I would say it's a 9 out of 10. Was it anime of the year? Well, it's up there. Will I be waiting for a season 2? Of course. And should everyone else watch it? Definitely. On that note, let me know what your thoughts about Oshinoko. Was it good, bad, mediocre? Like and subscribe for more content, and as always, take care.